Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Back again here on a Monday night for the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series. Tonight, we're tackling Lanier Speedway, and we're doing 125 laps here tonight. It's going to be back to classic short track racing here for the Super Late Model Series. And after tonight, ladies and gentlemen, only 2 races remain. Who is going to take home that championship title? We know the battle in points is getting heating up between the 13 of Thomas Axum and the 99 of Chris Carroll, but who is going to come home with the championship here in only a couple of weeks? We're going to have to find out, and I hope y'all tune in and over the next couple of weeks to find out as well. Right now, 25 drivers have pulled into Lanier Speedway here tonight. Looks like 25 drivers are going to be racing here this evening. Fuel might be a concern. I'm hearing if we get a caution or two, we're probably going to be okay on fuel. But if that's the case, everybody, you're going to have to manage those tires, especially that right front tire, and not push it hard into the corners. It's going to be a bottom-feeding race tonight. As you can see, everybody running practice right now, taking a look at Thomas Axum in number 13. Pulls off track. Chris Carroll's also out there in the 99. Turning a few laps. How about Terry Foster? TSP broadcaster out there. And ladies and gentlemen, it's almost that time to go down trackside and start pre-race ceremonies here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting word from Racing Control right now. These guys are finishing up practice. It's time to head down trackside for pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's National Anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, I say it every week, go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. These drivers are getting ready to head into qualifying. 2 laps. Who's going to get the pole here tonight at Lanier? Chris Carroll. Looks like he's going to get ready to go out on track. A few other drivers going out as well. We're going to keep an eye on this number 99. He was second on the practice charts. Let's see what he does here in qualifying. Right down on the dotted yellow line here at Lanier. If you notice, he's really not getting that race car straight down the straightaway, almost keeping it turned the whole time around this racetrack. Was talking to Brian Zimmerman before the race, and he says, you got to watch. Might get a little dizzy around here this evening. Chris Carroll goes top of the charts right now with a 13.50 or 49. Going to get loose going into turn 1, though, on his second lap. And that's going to pretty much kill his second lap, so Carroll might go down the charts here as Tyler Johnson in the number 5 machine going top of the board. 13.47 for Tyler Johnson. Last time by was a 13.67, so couldn't improve. But sits on provisional pole right now. Brad Carpenter goes second fastest. Troy Tarbuck's out there. Chummy Miller looks like he's getting ready to take his run. How about Terry Foster? Old Taffy man out there in the number 86 True Sim Productions Ford Mustang. Right now 15th on the board with a 14.04. Second lap, 14.17. So Terry is now getting bumped down to 16th. Jason Korn in the number 39 out there sitting in 12th. Just finished up his qualifying run with a 13.74. 13.74 for the number 39 of Jason Korn. See here, we got Zach Murphy heading out on track. Zach Murphy completing lap 1, going 8th fastest with a 13.63. 13.63 for the number 29 of Zach Murphy. Brody Mears out on track, getting ready to take his qualifying run. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, about 25 drivers here this evening. Brody Mears across the line here. He's going to go 6th fastest in the number 72. 13.58. Across the line for a second lap. Really gave it his all there. A little bit slower, though, on his second lap at 13.76. So put Brody Mears in 6th with a 13.58. Thomas Axum's out on track, but I'm pretty sure Axum does have to start from the rear of the field. So something I do want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, this league has done away officially with the choose cone rule. So there will be no more choose cone. As we got about 35 seconds left in qualifying, it looks like everybody who wanted to take a time took a time. So Tyler Johnson sitting on provisional pole right now. Looks like he's probably going to hang on to it. And your front row be Brad Carpenter in the 31 in second. All right. Tyler Johnson in the number 5 is going to be your pole sitter here tonight with Brad Carpenter, who is outside in the number 31. Chris Carroll in the number 99 is going to be starting P3 with Larry Bell to his outside in the number 43. Brian Zimmerman's going to be starting in P5 with Brody Mears in the number 72 starting in 6th. Troy Tarbuck in that number 24 machine is going to be rolling off in 7th position with Guy Barrett to his outside in the 02. Zach Murphy in the number 17 is going to be starting in 9th with Hunter Lagoons in the number 27 starting in 10th. Tanner Marr in the number 4 is going to be starting in 11th with Frank Barbary in the 29 starting in 12th. Derek Stanley in the number 19 is going to be starting in 13th with Jason Korn to his outside in 14th. Josh Beaver is going to be starting in 15th in the number 18 with Scott Smith in the 53 to his outside in 16th. Chris Sawyer in the 66 is going to be starting in 17th with Chummy Miller to his outside in the 6th. And Terry the Taffy Man Foster in the 86 is going to be starting 19th. Thomas Axum to the rear of the field being last week's winner in the number 13. Mitchell Muma in the 98 and 21st. Chris Clark in 22nd and 91. Dustin Lamb in the number 10 is going to be rolling off 23rd. Jacob Lamb in the number 20 is going to be rolling off 24th. Rounding out your field tonight is Jeffrey Miller, the number 79. Flagman giving these drivers one to go. Pace car is going to be pulling into pit road this time by. We're going to go green flag racing at Lanier. 125 laps. It's time to get going. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First starts on the green flag. Green flag is in the air. Sorry, couldn't get the grid music to pause. We're going to be side by side for the lead, going down the back straightaway between Tyler Johnson and Brad Carpenter in the 31, and Chris Carroll trying to make something happen there on the bottom as well, but can't. Tyler Johnson doing everything he can, trying to get the lead off of the 31 of Brad Carpenter, but Carpenter holding strong on that outside line. Coming out of turn number 4, Johnson trying to slide up and clear himself over the 31, but can't do it. As Chris Carroll now takes a peek underneath the 31. Last time by Chris Carroll, fastest time of the race. 13.83 side by side coming out of turn 4. Chris Carroll getting loose. Chris Carroll got big time loose coming out of turn 4. He's going to lose a ton of positions right there. As Larry Bell gets around him on the outside, now trying to hold off Brody Mears in the number 72. Sitting there in 6th. Almost going 3 wide here down the front straightaway. They're going to think better of it. Mears is going to push up the racetrack just a little bit back here. Everybody doing a good job trying to give each other some room here. Guy Barrett looking underneath the 29 of Zach Murphy. Zach Murphy sitting in 8th position and Guy Barrett there in 9th. Fastest lap of the race so far now, Tyler Johnson, your race leader, a 13.68. Down into turns 1 and 2. The top 6, 7 looks like they're pretty much single filed out. First battle for position right now. Troy Tarbuck got around the 29 of Zach Murphy, but Murphy trying to cross him back over. Almost a little bumper there. As Terry Foster is having some issues. He's on the apron of the racetrack. Not sure what's going on. Maybe some issues underneath the 86 machine. Looks like he's just trying to let the field go by, trying to get back into his rhythm. This is a rhythm track, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have to get into that rhythm here tonight. And Tyler Johnson doing a great job. We're already 10 laps into this thing of 125. Let's go through the field. And I'll put their lap times down at the bottom left-hand part of your screen. We can take a look at their car as well. Tyler Johnson, your race leader, with Brad Carpenter right there running in 2nd. He's got a good run there going down the back straightaway. Oh, he gets into the back of him. Tyler Johnson trying to save it. He's going to go around. Oh, man. First caution flag of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. The race leader is going to get turned. Terry Foster coming in way late and just running over people. Come on now, Terry. You can't be doing that. Slow down, Terry. Tyler Johnson now with front end damage. We saw Brad Carpenter, though. He definitely lifted to try and give him some space. And Carpenter lost as many positions as the number 5 did. Let's go go back and see if we can't see what happened exactly. Maybe get a better angle on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking a look at the 5 and the 31 right here. Down in the corner, you see it, just a little bit of contact, and it looks like the 31, he knew, right? Like he kind of swerved up. Looks like he knew he made contact, and he stopped, tried to let him get turned around. And again, Terry Foster coming in late. So that gives the race lead over to Brian Zimmerman. Chris Carroll in second. Brody Mears now up to third. Troy Tarbuck running in fourth. Lights are off on a pace car. This was a quick caution, everybody. So we're going to get back to green flag racing here on lap 17. Field in the hands of Brian Zimmerman out of turn number 4. Green flag back out in the air here, Lanier. Oh, Brody Mears pushing up the racetrack just a little bit, trying to get clear of that number 24 machine of Troy Tarbuck as they go down into turns 3 and 4, side by side back there between Larry Bell and the 29 is Zach Murphy. Almost a little bit of scraping the wall there by the number 29. Oh, Tanner Marr back here. Guy Barrett. Oh, everybody's doing a great, look at this. Cars everywhere. How do you even call that? 3 wide, 4 wide right now. Oh, Scott Smith's going to get turned. Oh, my goodness. I couldn't keep up with it, ladies and gentlemen. There was too much going on right there. We're just going to back that one up. Since these cautions have been rather quick, I don't think anybody's going to be pitting. So I mean, we got to go back even further. Let's just rewind it here. So we see going down to the corner. It looks like, I think, the 19 of Derek Stanley there. Yeah, he gets really sideways going in the corner. Everybody doing a great job to check up. Then we go back here to Jason Corn. He's getting thrown around like a pinball right now. They're 3-4 wide almost. And then goes down in the corner right here and just kind of gets hit. We know the 18. We got to take a look at that as well. There's a lot going on this one, ladies and gentlemen. A lot going on. Let's see, the 18 here. Not sure if I can find him. He's somewhere on here. There we go. We got to back it up and see what happened to Josh Beaver here. He got into Scott Smith, and I think that's what checked up the entire field. Yeah, Scott kind of comes down, puts him in, and everybody's just trying to check up to avoid it. So a lot going on here at the beginning of this one, everybody. We're 25 laps in. We're going to try and take a really quick commercial break here and shout out MF Racing Designs. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's MF Racing Designs. Get yourself a paint scheme. Go hit up Michael on Facebook at MF Racing Designs, and he'll get you squared away. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag right here. Brian Zimmerman's going to control this restart once again. Pace car is off. Green flag is up in the air, and Brian Zimmerman almost spins the tires there a little bit. You saw the wiggle, but he's still got a good launch. Fires them off. We're on lap 27 of 125. Chris Carroll getting a little loose there as they go down the back straightaway. Almost 3 wide racing. The 27 coming out of nowhere with a run on the high side. Everybody trying to give room. I'm trying to call everything out. Tanner Marr was side by side there for a second. We're side by side back here. Guy Barrett with the number 26 of Frank Barbary. Let's go back up to the front. Brian Zimmerman starting to pull away a little bit. We've seen Zimmerman lead these races quite a few times, but something always seems to happen to him near the end. Let's see if he can hold on to it tonight. He's got Chris Carroll coming, though. Someone we got to take a peek at is the number 13 of Thomas Axum. Right now stuck up on the high side of the racetrack, trying to get around Tanner Marr. Pinches him down a little bit right there. But Thomas is up 11 spots since the start of this race. Doing a great job out there trying to get up through the field. Remember, he is fighting for a championship here. As the 27 of the 4 are going to make contact, they're going to go around. '27 of Hunter Lagoons and Tanner Marr in the number 4 go around. Tanner Marr trying to get the car spun back around here before they get lapped by the pace car. Let's go back and see what happened. We kind of caught it there coming off the corner. I'm not sure. Let's back it up just a tick more. Coming off the corner, you see the number 4. Yeah, he just kind of comes up the racetrack, gets into the 27, sends him around. At least that's what it looks like from my angle. Again, ladies and gentlemen, here on True Sim Productions, we let the chat decide who is at fault. Lap 34 of 125 here, coming to complete it. Taking lap 35. Brian Zimmerman still your race leader. Chris Carroll second. Brody Mears third. Larry Bell fourth. Troy Tarbuck in fifth. Zach Murphy back there in sixth. Thomas Axum's gotten up to seventh. Derek Stanley is in eighth. Guy Barrett sitting in ninth, and rounding out the top 10 is Frank Barbary in the number 26. All right, looks like we're doubling them up and getting ready to go back green flag racing. Again, ladies and gentlemen, remember, no more choose cone in this series, so there's no more advantages to be gained anymore. You're going to have to get that track position the old-fashioned way, as we're coming to get the green flag once again. Brian Zimmerman's going to be controlling this one. Out of turn 4, fires him off, and we're back underway. Looks like Chris Carroll got a little bit better of a restart there. Almost was able to hang on to the right rear quarter panel of that number 28. But slots down in the second position going down the back straightaway. Brody Mears now under fire a little bit from Larry Bell. Larry Bell almost looks like he's kind of going backwards, getting stuck up on that top groove. Back there trying to hold off the 24 of Troy Tarbuck right now. And how about Thomas Axum? He's making his way up through. He's got a clean super late model. He's been patient, just kind of slowly passing people. Doing a great job out here. Already up 15 spots since the start of this race. Brad Carpenter back there in ninth, and Derek Stanley to his outside. But how about Tyler Johnson trying to work his way back up from that first caution here? The number 31 and him tangled. Now they're both trying to work their way back up through the field, trying to get a top 10 position. Almost a little bit of contact there as they go down into turns 3 and 4. Back up to the front. Brian Zimmerman doing a really good job holding off Chris Carroll as they barrel down into turns 3 and 4. Starting to catch a little bit of lap traffic right now. Mitchell Buba sitting there in 21st currently. He's going to have the leaders breathing down his neck here in about, I'd say, 2 or 3 more laps. I tell you what, Brody Mears is doing a great job out here holding on to third. He's actually starting to gain on Chris Carroll a little bit. we show the battle for second right here. You see that time right there from Chris Carroll to Brody Mears. Kind of shrinking, kind of growing. It's back and forth. I think Brody's just trying to get into that rhythm we were talking about earlier in the race. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Let's go back to about 15th position, Terry Foster. And then Dustin Lamb right behind him. Tanner Marr trying to fight back. He's got a pretty mangled super late model on the front end right now. Both TSP cars kind of hurting this evening. Scott Smith taking a peek to the bottom side of the racetrack. We got cars slowing down. We got a caution. Looks like Larry Bell might have been involved. Larry Bell slow on the racetrack. Let's go back and see what happened. The number 5 of, looks like Tyler Johnson and Larry Bell might have made some contact here. Let's go to the chopper view. Oh, yeah, they do. We'll back it up again just to get a better look at it. Going down into the corner. Yeah, it just looks like Larry kind of left a gap there, but might have closed a little too soon. You know, for what Tyler was thinking was going to be there. He might have thought that gap was going to stay open, and they made a little bit of contact and spins Larry Bell around. We're back under caution. So with that being said, we're going to try and shout out Savage Edge Graphics. It's a little bit lengthy of a commercial. These guys are having quick yellows, so we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to come back to the green flag. Go check out SavageEdge.com. Get yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt while you're there. Brian Zimmerman in control once again. Green flag is up, and we're back underway. Lap 54 of 125 here at Lanier. As they go barreling down into turns 1 and 2 once again, and we're might be under the caution again. I think, yeah, we got Dustin Lamb out on track. He's just sitting there. This might bring out the yellow. He decides to tow. Good job on the number 10 car. That was a grade A, Class A move, respectable move by the number 10. He saw the leaders coming, decided to tow, not to bring out the yellow flag. Great job. Unfortunate for the number 10, though, here tonight. Brian Zimmerman holding on to the race lead right now as we're coming to take lap 57 of 125. Chris Carroll is right behind him, setting some pretty good lap times, too, I might add. They are both running fairly identical lap times. That time by, though, Chris Carroll did have the advantage. So here's the real question. Was Chris Carroll kind of saving his tires riding behind Brian Zimmerman here tonight? We're taking a look at the battle for first. Actually, we can even go back and take a look at the battle for third right now as Axum looks to the inside of Brody Mears. Put Axum up 17 spots now. If he can clear the 72, he doesn't. Mears doing a great job holding on to that outside lane. Finally, Thomas Axum clears him, but it looks like we have problems here. Not sure what's going on. Might have been the 31 and the 98. Let's go take a look here. Well, this was a restart. I don't know what that was. Okay, that was the restart. That's what happened on the restart. We saw that. But the question is what happened after that? They went a few laps. Mitchell Muma here, taking a look at. I don't know if it was in front of him. Not sure, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking for it. I see the smoke. But I'm not seeing who actually wrecked. I do apologize. See Thomas out there. Carroll is a master of saving tires. Carroll is very good at saving tires. And I think he might be playing a little cat and mouse here with Zimmerman. I'm not sure. So we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. These cautions have been fairly quick this evening. Out of turn number 4, Brian Zimmerman fires them off, and we're back underway. Lap 66 of 125. Barreling down into turns 1 and 2, Thomas Axum. This is a good chance for him to try and get a run on Chris Carroll. First time we've seen him up in the top 3 all night. Can he get up there and steal another win? Let's go back and take a look at the battle for 4th position right now. Troy Tarbuck trying to get around the 72 of Brody Mears. Advantage to the 72 that time by. And Brody's been doing a good job all night. A little bit of contact there. He's been doing a good job all night trying to hang on that outside lane. But as you can see, that inside lane is just too good. A little bit of contact again. 72 and the 02 making side-by-side contact there as they went down the back straightaway last time by. Zach Murphy now taking a peek to the inside door and a little bit back here between the 5 and the 19. So this is classic short track racing, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's elbows out right now. Let's go back up to the front of the field. Brian Zimmerman doing a great job hanging on to this race lead. Chris Carroll trying to run a little bit of a different line there. See him using the apron, trying to get the car to turn. As we got another caution. Looks like it might have been the 79 of Jeffrey Miller. Let's go back. Comes off turn 4, down into 1 and 2. Oh no, okay, so it was the 53 of Smith. Problems for the 53 of Smith. Let's go back and take a look at that. Oh, okay, so it looks like the 27 might have pushed the issue a little bit here. Might have, yeah, it looks like he might have pushed the 26 into the 53, turns him around. Everybody just trying to avoid it, really. Kind of want to go back and watch that again. It looks like the 27's still wide open. Shout out to Tanner Marr. Nah, he was just trying to get through it, but unfortunate. Another yellow flag here this evening. Brian Zimmerman, city race leader. Lap 76 of 125. I almost said 75, but they crossed the line. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And shout out to thebuttkicker.com. Go check them out. Get yourself one. I have one. They're pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. Brian Zimmerman fires them off once again. 49 laps to go here at Lanier. So again, it was another chance for the 13 to try and make something happen on that restart and couldn't. Chris Carroll got a pretty good jump there, but Brian Zimmerman doing a really great job here this evening, holding on to that race lead right now. So remember, we were talking at the beginning of the race, everybody. We know that fuel was a little bit of a concern. Now that these guys have had a few cautions, they've had a chance to shut these engines down, coast around this track, save a little bit of fuel. I think we're going to see these guys go to the end, as unfortunately, we're going to be under yellow once again. Let's go back and take a look. Down into the corner here. We're looking at the 26 of Frank Barbary. Actually, no, the 66 and the 31 looks like made contact. That was Sawyer and Carpenter. Let's go back and take another look. Coming off the corner, it looks like the 66 just kind of tries to pinch the 31 down. And they make contact and go around. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take another little quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live here. Brian Zimmerman still the race leader. Going to fire him off here on lap 85 of 125. All right, we're back under green. Great shot of the field as we go barreling down into turns 1 and 2. Off turn number 4. Oh, there we go. Finally, look at that. The 13 of Thomas Axon made a move on Chris Carroll and finally got around him here, putting him up in his second position. Now, he's got to get around Brian Zimmerman. Now, Zimmerman's doing a good job staying in a rhythm here this evening. Looks like Axum might have went in a little too deep there in 3. Compare lap times. Looks like Zimmerman might have a little bit of an edge. But we're back under caution. Actually, I'm going to bring this up real quick. We can take a look at the lap times here. Actually, you see Axum had the edge there until the caution came out. We're going to go ahead and shout out Savage Edge once again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's SavageEdge.com. Go get yourself a True Sin Productions t-shirt. Helps us out a ton. Brian Zimmerman fires them off. 32 laps to go. As you can see, the shot right there, ladies and gentlemen. Remember what I said in qualifying. These guys are really not getting the car all that straight. It is almost like they're running this track like it's a big circle. These are great shots right here of the field. As we're side by side back here for fourth, Guy Barrett and Troy Tarbuck. But we're coming to 29 laps to go, and Anthem is all over the back bumper of Brian Zimmerman. As again, let's go ahead and pull up the lap times right now. You see Anthem is a little bit quicker. Zimmy kind of had the edge on lap 95, but on lap 96, you see right there, Anthem just has that, yeah, he just has a little bit better of an edge right now over the 28 of Brian Zimmerman. But now he has to find a way to get around that number 28. .26 laps to go here at Lanier, and we got a battle pretty much for the race lead between the top three, Brian Zimmerman, Thomas Anthem, Chris Carroll. And these are three guys that we've pretty much seen up near the front all season long. Brian Zimmerman still hunting for that first win of the season, though. Riding on board here with Chris Carroll, the number 99. It's a great shot. Let's go in car and watch him work the wheel. He really he's got a good rhythm going on. You hear him not really working the throttle all that much. He's really smooth coming off, really smooth getting back on. And it's working out for him, as you see, using that apron to turn the car. A little bit of wiggle right there. Now going to lose all that ground he just gained on the number 13. .20 laps to go. Zimmerman still holding on. Let's go back and check on the battle for fifth right now between the 72, Brody Mears and Derek Stanley. Stanley looks like he's a little bit better on entry. Oh, man, almost making bumper-to-bumper contact right there with the 72. Troy Tarbuck sitting there in fourth, kind of all by himself right now. Clear track in front of him and behind him. Doing a good job out there holding on to that fourth position. How about the two that got involved in the very first wreck? That'd be the 31 of Brad Carpenter and the 5 of Tyler Johnson. They've worked their way back up through the field, now sitting 7th and 8th right now. Well, we see the bumper get put to that 31 by the number 5. Let's keep an eye on these guys before the race is over. Let's go back up to the front of the field because they are coming up on lap traffic right now, and this gives Anthem a chance to kind of use these guys as a pick. As I say that, we're going to get a caution flag. Looks like the 91 of Chris Clark spins around. Let's go back, see what happened. Already sideways right there. Into turn 1. Oh, he checks up and just kind of gets hit by the 66. Everybody trying to avoid him. So that's going to put us under the caution with 15 laps to go. I don't know if that's what Zimmy wanted to see. He's going to have an advantage by controlling this restart, but he's going to have to not spin those tires, and he's going to have to get back into that rhythm really quick because that 13 is fast. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Held my mouse over the wrong program for too long. Happens from time to time. So it looks like we're probably going to be going back green flag racing with about 10 laps to go here. The lights are off on the pace car. So will this be the final restart? They're going to be coming back to the green flag with 10 laps to go. You see them. They're all ready to go. This is going to be a chance for everybody to gain a little bit of track position. Will this be the final restart, though? We're going to find out here. Brian Zimmerman's going to control the field. Pace car is off. And we're back underway. He fires them really early. You see Anthem got a little loose right there as we go down into turns 1 and 2. Oh, almost a little bit of contact there between the 28 and the 13. So we head down into turns 3 and 4. Anthem all over the back bumper of that number 28 machine out of turn 4. 9 laps to go. Can Brian Zimmerman hold on? Caution flag back out on the speedway. Looks like it might have been the number 91 once again. At least that's what my program's telling me. We're going to go back and take a look right here. Not sure. No, the 66 involved once again in something here. Let's back it up. We go down in a turn. Oh, Scott Smith gets into the left rear and turns around to 66. I don't think that's what Brian Zimmerman wanted to see. He got a great restart there, held off the 13, but now, I mean, it might be an advantage for him. He's going to be able to do it once again here with less laps. Pace car lights are still on here with 5 laps to go. All right. Looks like we might be getting kind of almost a natural green-white checker. We're going to be coming back to the green flag with 3 laps to go. Can Brian Zimmerman hold off the 13 of Thomas Axum? It's all come down to this. Out of turn 4, Zimmerman fires him off, but the 13, he was expecting that start, that early start. No, he's going to hang on the right rear quarter panel a little bit down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4, Zimmerman's doing a good job. All he's got to do is roll that bottom. I don't think Axum's going to be able to pass him on the high side. Down into 3 and 4, 2 laps to go. Or I'm sorry, 1 and 2, 2 laps to go. Side by side almost for the race lead back here into 3 and 4. Zimmerman's doing a good job, holds him off. Chris Carroll's going to slide up in front of the 13 of Thomas Axum. Axum crosses him back over, white flag in the air for Brian Zimmerman. They're going to be side by side for second down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Axum's going to clear Carroll, slide up in front of him. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be all Brian Zimmerman taking home the win here at Lanier. This win's been brought to you by Brian Zimmerman's own USAFirearms.com. Finally getting that win in that number 28 machine. Congrats to Brian Zimmerman. Second place, Thomas Axum. Third, Chris Carroll. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. These drivers are going through post-race inspection. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's SavageEdge.com. Go get you some stuff. I know you will not be disappointed. These drivers have pretty much gone through their post-race inspection, so we're now catching up with the third-place finisher, the 99 of Chris Carroll. A pretty good battle there coming to the end with Thomas Axum, almost coming home with second position. I know you know that championship's on the line. Kind of walk me through the closing laps there, Chris.
Yeah, I got on the gas coming to the white, and that thing pushed. I don't know what I did wrong there, but didn't want to turn the corner, and Axum made a nice crossover. And going into 3, I saw he was in there deep, so I tried to do the same thing, but I had to lift a little bit there. I don't think Tom's connection was real great, and I got a 0x there, and I didn't touch him. I didn't think so. I didn't want to push the issue and wreck him and be a jerk and do all that stuff, you know.
Well, so here's the thing, though. So now Brian Zimmerman won tonight. Neither of you are going to have to start from the rear of the field next week. What's your plans going forward? 2 races left and a battle for the championship.
Well, I think it's going to be pretty tight no matter what we do going into the last race. I think the last race is key. I think we can experiment a little, take a bit of a chance next week and try something different and try and go for the win. Just keep the car clean, but it's going to come down to the last week, and that's the most important one. I'm not sure what track we're running, but that'll be the double points night, man. That can make or break you.
Well, man, hey, congratulations at least on getting third. It's still a good points night for you. You need all you can get right now for that championship battle. Who you got to thank on the number 99?
Well, I got to thank the Pit Lizard boys first and foremost, Troy and Larry Bell and Guy Barrett, Brian Zimmerman, and got to thank you guys at TSP. Always got to thank Brian Zimmerman, USAFirearms.com. Get your firearms there. He is busy right now, boys. Get your orders in there. But got to thank you and Tanner. Tanner puts in a lot of work here, and he wasn't feeling good tonight, so hopefully he's feeling better a little later. But I got to thank my folks for watching, all my friends and family, and I got to thank Axum out there racing me clean. We went at it pretty hard. It was fun racing him and Zimmerman for the win, man.
All right, man. Well, hey, again, congratulations on third place, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, sir.
That was third place finisher Chris Carroll. And again, like we said, ladies and gentlemen, points battle heating up between the 99 and the 13. And speaking of the 13, we're going to be pulling him up right now. And that second place finisher, the 13 of Thomas Axum, driving from the rear of the field once again, getting yourself up into the top 3. I just had a talk with Carroll there. He told me his point of view of that battle there coming to the checkered. You kind of walk me through it.
Yeah, that was fun side by side. I love going up top anywhere, all the tracks, because this game's mainly bottom groove every track. But sometimes if you have the right people around you who race with respect, like we have here, you can make the outside groove work when there's respect between 2 drivers. So just having some fun, sticking it up top, because it's going to be hard to pass a guy like Zim who he led that whole race. He wasn't going to just make a small mistake and give up that win, as he shouldn't. So just have some fun, put it up top and see what you can get out of there. And fell back to third, and that white flag, that's not the checker. That's a white flag. So I threw a big crossover there to get back to Chris and just to maybe even get a couple, just to make that one extra point for the long run for the points. That 1 point could be huge in the long run. So I had to get it and get second there.
Yeah, that was my next question for you. We know that you and Carroll are kind of in a pretty heated points battle right now for the championship. We got 2 races left now. You kind of prevailed over him this week, but next week, neither of you have to start from the rear of the field. So kind of give me your thoughts going forward.
Yeah, definitely looking for another strong run next week. The thing is, with winning, you do start out back. So you don't want to go into a double points night starting in the rear. So as much as it's awesome to win, being consistent, finishing second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever it is, consistently is how you win championships. So I'm at the this later half of the schedule was really my bread and butter besides Phoenix. I really like all these racetracks. So definitely looking at going to Iowa and take care of some business and then get ready for the finale. And the double points is what makes and breaks the whole season.
All right, man. Well, hey, second place. How about you shout out all those sponsors on that number 13?
Yeah, just shout out to Bernier's Liquors, Peter Bernier's, RKM Setup Shop, Studios 10 Designs, Big Zimmerman getting into victory lane tonight. It was fun battling with them side by side for a couple laps. I love a small short track like this. Really brings out the drivers, and we had some good runs there. A couple of yellows shouldn't have had, but it's part of the deal. It's part of the whole racing deal. So just shout out to Carol, Zimmerman, just all the boys having fun in Discord, side by side battling. Tanner Marr, Crooked Line Racing, you, Mr. Sam Bumgardner, up in the booth. Just looking forward to next week.
All right, man. Congratulations again on that second place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
And that was second place finisher Thomas Axum. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, we just talked to the 2 points leaders right now. I'm pretty sure Zimmy's in that battle too, now getting a win. we'll kind of get his thoughts going forward here. Let me see 1 second here, everybody. I do apologize. Having a little bit of a moving around problem. No problem. All right. Now, climbing out of that super late model, number 28, Brian Zimmerman, finally coming home with a win here in the super late model series. Man, how did it feel, man? Like, how does it feel? Let's
it
start
feels
with that.
good. It's been a while, Sam. I mean, I've really had some rough races this year. Run pretty good. We've had some really good runs. Just hadn't been able to put it together late. So it felt good to put one together late here. I know the season's getting long, but this first one, 10 races in, and this is our first one. This is as long as we went in a season without a win. So it was nice to get one. But, this competition in this league is so tough. So wins are tough to come by in here. So anytime you can get one, man, you're pleased.
Well, I got to admit, man, we were watching you pretty much all night long. Once you got out front, I mean, did you notice a little bit of a different handling in the race car? Because once you got out front, you kind of found your rhythm and you were just kind of maintaining. You weren't really pulling on them, but you were maintaining.
Yeah, we were maintaining. We could have probably pulled away some earlier in the race. We could have probably turned some faster laps earlier, but it's all about maintaining, saving the right front. This track's just will eat that right front off. So being out front, maintaining the lead, trying to just keep enough to keep the guy behind you, and being able to maintain those tires was the key to the race for me. Once we got past that wreck early and got in the lead, that was pretty much the game plan then. Just do enough to stay in the lead and not burn it up early. And it paid off late because those last restarts I think we had a little bit better tire. We'd saved a little bit more, and we were able to stay out front of those boys.
On those last restarts, were you guys experiencing a little bit of a wheel spin? I mean, I know you guys had 125 laps on the tires, but on that last one, I mean, were you worried at all, or did you think, man, I've been running good here tonight, I think I got this win locked down?
The one before not the last one, the one before the last one, I spun them bad coming in the front straight, trying not to change lanes, lit them up pretty hard. So I was more cautious on that last restart. And in fact, I'd been starting in second on that. Last restart, I started in third. Just to try to keep the wheels from spinning. It helped, but just had to ease into it. Thomas was able to hang on that right rear corner there a little bit. I was trying to give him enough room, didn't want to push him into the outside wall. Really was hoping Chris would get on his inside so they could start racing it out and I could pull away a little bit, and pretty much that's what happened.
Well, hey, man, coming home with the win tonight, who you got a shout out on number 28?
Well, I'd like to thank Chris Carroll and those boys over at Pit Lizard for letting me run with them. Really appreciate that. Thank Thomas and Chris. They ran it really clean with me tonight. Anytime, you're in second at a track like this, you could always put a bumper to somebody if you want to bad enough. But those guys are just clean racers. They're going to pass you clean if they can, and I appreciate them running me clean. Thank Tanner Marr, Crooked Line, those boys throwing this race on. Top Hat Comics for coming on board with us and help us with this league. And I'd like to give a shout out to Andrew, my brother-in-law, Samantha, my sister, and Brody. They're back home watching it. My wife, she's watching it upstairs, so we appreciate that and love her. So just thanks for all y'all do, boys.
All right, man. Hey, congratulations once again, and we'll see you next week.
See you, Sam. Have a good week, man.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was your race winner. And I tell you what, like he said, well-deserved. We know it is difficult to win in this league. There are some good guys in here. So that's going to do it for us here tonight on True Sim Productions for the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series. See if I can't get the results up on screen for you guys. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm going to point this out. Music in the background. Joshua Rutherford, Mullet Music Productions. Go check him out. Other than that, Brian Zimmerman coming home with a win. Thomas Axum second. Chris Carroll third. Points battle is heating up, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks, 2 races left to go. I hope you guys tune in and check it out. Who's going to take home that championship? We'll catch you tomorrow night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time for Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series, where another points battle between Jason Day and Kyle O'Danick is heating up. So tune into that one, and we'll see you there. Thanks, everybody.